Thank you. Hello, Commissioners. To be redundant, we do not want fluoride in the water anymore. A federal judge recently ruled against the EPA that fluoride is a neurotoxin which damages the brain and reduces IQ. As already stated, Dr. Ladapo concurs with the ruling and recommends the entire state remove it from the water supply. As some of the other participants already said, you've got negative health effects such as ADHD, sleep cycle disturbances, skeletal fluorosis, premature menstruation in adolescent girls, and suppression of the thyroid gland. Fluoride is a drug, and we do not consent to it being added to the water. You can't control the dosage. A 300-pound man and a baby is getting the same dosage. We don't put statins in the water for cholesterol or blood pressure medications or antidepressants, so why would we put fluoride in the water? The FDA also says it's a medical treatment, and unfortunately you guys are not all doctors. So the Patient Bill of Rights 381.026 requires that the patient be provided informed consent, a risk-benefit analysis, and the ability to opt out, which is clearly not happening. The fluoride is also not naturally occurring. It's not pharmaceutical-grade sodium fluoride, but as stated earlier, it's hydrofluorosilicic acid, which is a waste product from the phosphate fertilizer industry. There's no safety studies on this, and instead of them properly disposing of it, we're footing the bill at $30,000 to $300,000 a year in taxpayer money, depending on the size of the city. The packages contain a skull and crossbones, is highly corrosive to metal, is very dangerous to your utility workers, and hazmat has to be called if it's spilled. Your own water department has MSDS sheets on these chemicals. So your city manager should share these with all of you and the attorney. Your own sheets prove that the city is adding a poison to the water. Florida Statute 859.01 addresses the poisoning of food and water. And certainly with this new information and Dr. Ladapo's testimony, an attorney could have a field day if a city ignores the warnings and continues to fluoridate. Most of the world does not fluoridate. The U.S. fluoridates more than the whole world combined, with a statistical difference of almost zero in dental health. Portland, Oregon, where I'm actually from in Oregon, and Marco Island, along with numerous other communities in Florida, have never added fluoride, and these communities do not have a crisis of dental health. More than half of the counties in Florida are already fluoride-free, and many more are joining in the last year. And as mentioned, New Smyrna Beach is recommending discontinuing it here very soon. The public should have a right to choose what goes in their water, because where there's risk, there must be choice. It's not fair to force drugs on people who don't want them. If people want to supplement fluoride, they can on their own, but city officials do not have the right to play doctor and add drugs to the public water supply. Please add this to your agenda as soon as possible. I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.